Banana. There's a banana in my mouth. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Hello. Hello. Today's the day, chat. We're doing it. Today's the day that we finish this freaking game once and for all. No more bogus. No more nothings. It's today. It's your boy, Skinny Penis. Alright. Actually, let me... You're gonna have to give me a second, chat. Sorry. Maybe I could do this instead. There we go. Just drag the actual application over the stream overlay. So I don't have to try to finagle with everything. This dungeon ended up being something I could do, I think. Because let me see. The Forest Temple was... The Forest Temple ended up being inverted Icona Tower, or Stone Tower. The Goron Temple ended up being the Forest Temple. And I think this is the Goron Temple. If I remember correctly, anyway. I also, after a long time of like actively looking at all of the VODs and everything, I have come to the conclusion that all of my shit was way too quiet up to this point. So if everything is insanely loud today, that's why. And yeah, that's just how it's gonna have to be. I don't know about you, but this place seems fucking evil. Well, chat, I don't know if I'm going to be able to 100% this. I might just try to finish the actual dungeons and then just... And then that'll just have to be that. Because if I remember correctly, I apologize, but I am going to look at the spoiler log just because we need to get this done. Recent. This has been going on for like a month. We just need to get this done. Okay. Path to Snowhead. Yeah, I don't need to do this. I don't need to worry about that. Actually, let's get rid of this. Let's load that up. There we go. Perfect. But I hope everyone is doing good today. I hope everyone is having a wonderful Sunday. I went to the Gaim. And I did, like, most of my exercises, but not all of them. Because I just found out that my parents actually do have, like, a weight set. And they didn't tell me about it. And so I'm going to try to use that to finish up my exercises today. The shoulder itself is fine. Now I'm at the point where I just need to strengthen my my rotator cuff. So that's going to be a nice challenge. Do I have any sticks? I don't. I should go and get some sticks. I'm going to need to go into a grotto, though. You know, let's do it. There's a grotto just over here, so let's do that. I think there's some stuff we could do over in the Pirate's Fortress, but I'm gonna need to double check. There we go. I love Mario. Mario music, my favorite. Hajar! Hello! I'm doing wonderfully. I hope you are doing good. I was actually feeling a little bit more sick yesterday. But the good news is that it's just the tonsil stones. Oh! Yeah, I guess I need to give an update about what I found out at the dentist. So not going to the dentist in over 10 years is a very bad idea. I had to learn that from personal experience, though. But it's okay. Pretty shitty. Oh. But you're glad I'm streaming. Well... Aw, man, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I'm glad that I was able to do that, and I do apologize for not streaming at all this week, but, you know, I had the stuff with the physical therapy, and I had the stuff with the dentist. You know how it goes, but I basically found out that, I have some bone loss going on, and so I need to go and get a deep cleaning, so I need to schedule that. All in all, if I don't include the teeth whitening, it's going to cost me around $2,300 for the deep cleaning and for the filling of cavities, because I have a few cavities that need filling. Not as bad as I thought they would be, though, all things considered. So, you know, I'll take that. Yeah, but I'm going to have to get set up on a payment plan, and I'm going to see the earliest that they can get me in for those. My goal is to not have that happen on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, though, just because I, you know, have shit that I want to do those days, like streaming. Dentist appointment is always a nightmare to me. Exactly. I'm glad it's just that. I was pretty confident that it wasn't anything serious, but it was the fact that it had been as long as it was that I was just like, man... I've just been super neglectful. This just needs to get done. I was also hoping to get my tonsil stone situation addressed, and it wasn't for the most part. Because they were just like, oh yeah, we're not finding anything, so we're just going to assume that everything is good. And then literally last night, like a couple days after the dentist, like 2 days after the dentist, I just have like these massive stones that are coming out. And I was just like, so what's the best way for me to go about dealing with this then? He's like, well, you could gargle with apple cider vinegar pretty frequently, which I did that last night, and holy fuck, that was... Suicide is an acceptable option. Like an acceptable counter option for me, because that was fucking brutal. I hate vinegar. I absolutely hate it. Yes. Does this not... Oh, wow. I thought it did work. It doesn't sound right. Well, it's because the vinegar itself, because of, like, its base and everything, and, like, its chemical compounds, it actually, like... Because all tonsil stones are just bacteria buildup. So it's literally just... It's literally just like a buildup of a fuck ton of bacteria that you have going on in your stuff. And so if you're able to get it in there, then like they're able to start breaking apart and start coming out like naturally. That way, at least. But also, he was the certified dentist. And so I was more than willing to take what he said at face value and just be like, apple cider vinegar, okay, it's something terrible, which means, of course, it's the answer. And then he said that other than that, with how big my tonsils are, the only other option that I could consider at this point is getting the tonsils removed, which they said that because of my age, like, even though I'm young, I'm not a kid, which means the recovery is going to suck balls. So, you know, I have that to look forward to. I need to... Fire. Oh, you know what? I'm an idiot. And so that's an operation that I would need to get done, and that's an operation I don't have the money for. Unless I want to enter another payment plan for that. And I'm already doing the payment plan for filling cavities and the deep cleanings. So, yeah, I'm thinking I'll just try to just gargle and just try to dig that shit out manually and hopefully not get an infection. Because that's pretty much what I can afford to do at this point. That being said, everything else is going pretty good, actually. Everything is looking good with my shoulder. I had basically my last physical therapy, and the only reason I would be coming back is that if the shoulder either isn't doing well or if something happens with the rotator cuff. I'm officially at that point. But now they're just like, yeah, just go ahead, you know, like, be, like, smart about, like, your decisions and your movements. But other than that, you're good to go. Which is wonderful because I'm at the point now that I'm already exercising consistently, that's something I'm going to try to stay on top of, because I need to. My main thing, though, is that now I'm just trying to lose the weight. I'm actually gaining weight now because I'm gaining muscle. But I'm up to like 260, and I'm just like, man, no one is going to want to work with a fat personal trainer. Fat! What is this music? Dealing with teeth issues in general is always a pain in the ass. Well, my special needs brother, you know, I've shared all that kind of stuff, you know. He has like a bunch of health stuff and like his teeth and like his mouth and all that kind of stuff. You know, I don't want to share too much information because turns out sharing too much information in today's day and age is just the whole Discord situation and Palantir and Pandora, all that fun shit. But my brother has had like dozens of mouth surgeries and like stuff with like his teeth. And so I definitely use that as an example of like why going to the dentist can be fucking terrifying. I want to start a weight loss journey. I'm so out of motivation. Healthy food is expensive. Well, yeah, I mean, that's how they get you. That is absolutely how they get you. I would say the way the global economy is right now, though, I am at least more willing to potentially spend extra money on food that is, like... I mean, I'm bad, because, like, I cook for the week, and so I have, like, stuff that, like, if I don't eat it quickly enough, it'll start to go bad, and then that just doesn't help anybody. Food is the only joy in my life. I'm not ready to be depressed and skinny. Exactly. No, I completely empathize with you. Food is always at least one of the things that I was like, well, at least I can look forward to this. You seem pretty cool. That's why I followed. I would love to be fan of yours. If you don't mind, kindly add me, Naomi. Naomi, why is your name not the same? Also, you created your account 2 days ago, Naomi. Naomi, no. Naomi, how could you do this? God damn it, Naomi. I like the spelling of that though. You stream pretty cool. Thank you. I do miss, like, consistently, like, just, like, eating whatever I wanted, but I swear, like, after a while, like, my mental health was just, like, one of those things where, like, I was actively feeling like shit, and then my mental health kind of, like, coincided with that, where then my mental health was just like, oh! And then, like, I found out that I was actively having issues with, like, my blood pressure, and I was developing, like, fatty liver disease. At that point, I was just like, man, fuck this. And so, the doctor told me, was just like, look, you need to start eating healthier. And I have for the most part, I admit I still get things like Chipotle pretty frequently. I would honestly attribute, like, my weight gain that I've been having, though, with just the fact that I have been eating more because, I'm trying to make sure that I actually give my body the calories that it needs. Because I need like 3,000 calories a day minimum to, like, exist. As long as I, like, exercise, I could get by on, like, 2,000, if not. Last time I did something with weight loss, I was so depressed, it was really terrible, and I didn't know if I'm going to do it again. Well, and that's absolutely fair, and that's something you have to really be on top of and careful with, because you never lose as much or at the rate that you would expect it to. And that in by itself can just really fuck with your overall, like, emotional and mental health. And I've been a part of I've done exercises like the whole, or like not exercises, but diet plans, like the Whole 30, where you're basically eating nothing. Like, you're eating, rice and then, like, lean meats, and then that's really all you're eating. Like, yeah, you can have some vegetables, but you can't have potatoes. Oh no, you can't even have rice. No, I'm wrong. Like, it was like you could only eat vegetables and you could only eat meats. And so I ended up losing a lot of weight that way, and I ended up getting down to like 173 pounds, but that, that was the lightest I'd ever been in my life. The problem with that was that I had no energy, I was always cold, and I just felt like shit all the time. Like, I was constantly, like, out of energy. Like, I felt like if I walked up the stairs the wrong way, I could just pass out. And so it's also important to listen to your body and just, like, understand that food itself is not the enemy. Like, there's habits and stuff. It's like you're having, like, these specific things that you want to eat and you're in the mood for. Okay. Are you able to have them in a situation where it doesn't compromise your overall, like, health? Because too much of any one thing is a bad thing. The thing is, I really lost a couple pounds, and it was showing even in sizes and clothing. And I definitely understand that, because, like, I had clothes that were, like, God, like, I was, like, wearing mediums and smalls. And as a man, that's, like, non-existent, you know? But it's at the thing is, like, is the visual aspect of it worth that much more than your overall health and, like, your overall, like, how, not just how you view yourself physically, but how you view yourself as a person? And that's a hard thing. Whoa, it actually fell. Oh, fuck. Not because I want to look skinny, and that's just, you know, it still sucks. No, absolutely. And I mean, that's definitely where I am. Like, I had my one donut of the week on Friday, but I had been setting my body up to, like, have it every Saturday instead. And so when it came to yesterday night, I'm just hanging out, and I was like, fuck, I want sweets right now. And I had to, you know, and I was just like, no, I already had like my one treat of the week. I can't do that. I would say though, if you're able to, definitely get in touch with like a nutritionist, because nutritionists really are like the best people in terms of like helping you understand what you can't have and for the specific reasons why. And it's always way better than you think it's going to be, because you find out that a lot of things aren't actually as off limits as you had originally expected. It's more so just like, you know, it's just like, oh, you know, you can have it, just, you know, maybe have it like maybe once a week or something, or like once or twice a week, or, you know, don't have it consistently. You need, the main thing they stress is variety in diet. Like, I've been wanting to get myself an appointment with a nutritionist for a while now. But, you know, I've already been doing, like, the physical therapy and now the dental stuff. I'm just like, maybe later. I'm gonna double check and make sure that there's no reward for the eggs. Fire arrow, there it is. Baby Zora's. Yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing. Okay. Let me see then. Seahorses give an empty bottle. And then is there anything else of substance? Big bomb bag. Alright, we got everything we need to here. Bro looks at his egg and says, I'm not dealing with this, and just leaves. That is his egg, canonically, by the way. Well, not Link, but, you know, the fish guy that Link became. Before we go and do the Goron temple, we're gonna go to a grotto because I want to. Oh shit, actually, now that I have this, I need to see. Bottle with red potion. I don't need to do that anymore. Like, it sucks to only have 3 bottles, but fuck it. I want this. Yeah. I've also actually been in touch with my my primary physician. Because I was having this thing because whenever I get sick, I get this really weird thing now. It's only been happening like the last year or so. But my ears get really red and they get really hot, and it's like that for an hour or so. And they say that it's usually a symptom that coincides with like a migraine and that kind of stuff. But for some reason, mine was only happening when I would take my nightly meds. And I had already talked with my doc about it, about not taking the meds anymore. And it was for my anxiety. And so, yeah. I talked to her and I was like, hey, I'm going to stop doing this. I'm going to see if it helps. And it did for the most part. Now if the ears get hot, it usually happens at like 5 in the morning, but it only lasts like 20 minutes, so... It's one of those weird things that there's no correlation that there should be, but for some reason there just is. So... And ever since I've been having, like, less of the anxiety meds, I'm actually feeling much better. Just in terms of, like, my mental, like, I feel like I can actually handle being an adult, for the most part. Are you fucking kidding me? We're not gonna get that chest because it has a fairy and we don't want fairies. Get out of here, fairy. I'm not saying that as like a metaphor for something, but they are like actual fairies that like live in the woods. What the fuck? Oh. Fucker. You're doing your assignment while watching? No, it's good. I understand that you've also had not a good day, so you just do what you gotta do. It's all good. You just gotta take care of number one. That's what my grandma says. Oh, my fucking neck. Oh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. I'm probably going to update to a more modernized randomizer at some point, because as much as I like this one, when it comes to Majora's Mask, it just doesn't like actually randomize the chest locations of the keys themselves. W Gran. That's the one W that she actively gives. Just the one. I guess we all get to be right at least twice a day. Broken clock theory. I believe this is either a map or something else. Oh, I gotta start back here. There we go. There we go. And we're winning! There we go. So that was a key. This is a knife. I was hoping to get like a power, like a protein shake at the nutrition bar at the gym today, but they closed right as I finished up my exercise, and I was like, well. I actually slept in today. I felt like I finally got some sleep for the first time in weeks. Let's see. We've already done... Well, shit. I was just thinking, is like, I think we've already completed, like, I was going to say 2 dungeons, but we've only really completed 1. So this may actually not... May not go as hard as I was hoping. My sleeping been fucked up because I wake up with my neck hurting so much. I don't know why. Yeah, I mean, a similar thing's been happening with me. If it isn't, like... I don't want to say it's the neck necessarily, but it's more so... It's like my back going into my neck. It never feels like there's like a sleeping position that's like comfortable. Okay, fine. I'll take these fairies. Okay. Okay. Freaking gosh. Uh-huh. Well, that was pointless. I think I'm going to try to get a massage at some point, though, because there's, like, different parts of my back and my shoulders that are all just kind of affecting me. But it's also just, like, now I'm just, like, getting, like, those weird nerve pains in the legs and in the arms. Because I don't even know if it's just, like, a thing where it's like, oh, it's your body's way of telling you you're not hydrating. I'm having, like, 2 to 3... smart waters a day. Not like smart water, but you know, like bottle sizes at that, so that's like half a gallon, if not more, a day. And I'm already pissing like every fucking hour, you know? Oif! Where is he? Where is he? No! Get the fuck out of here. Ha ha, you're dead. You're dead. You're dead. I'm mentally not well lately, so that's like my sleeping is fucked because it always happens. Yes, and that could definitely be a factor of it. And if it's like one of those things that for whatever reason you just can't sleep, they say that you're not supposed to lay in bed if you can't sleep, because at that point it conditions your brain into thinking that, you know, laying in bed means you don't want to sleep, and you just, I don't know. I would say there's definitely an aspect to that. But I think it's definitely just, like, if you have, like, the thing that I have where you're, like, always thinking, you always have, like, some, like, racing thoughts or other. And you just can't stop thinking about, like, all of, like, these various different things. It just keeps you up at night. So that's why, like, something I've been trying to do now is that I just try to, like, daydream on my way to going to sleep, because it's like, as long as I develop an imaginary scenario that doesn't have, like, any kind of, like, negative connotations or anything like that, I'm actually able to sleep quicker than normal. I think my brain needs to grow up because I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of the grandma. Not too damn bad. No, but I feel you. And you always have, like, the points where you're just like, I feel like I'm not grown or whatever, and it's like you're an adult and all that kind of stuff. You'll always have points where you feel like a child, and it's like, how do I deal with this? What the hell? And the reality is that's how every adult feels. Wow. 2 fucking Ganon tracks? Ganon final boss and the way to Ganon's room? Holy shit. The randomizer has blessed us today. Ah, you fucker. Everyone does? Yeah. In their own different ways, though. Like, it's more of a universal experience than you would think. Everyone's got, like, that thing where they're just like, how does anyone deal with this? But I guess another aspect to, like, help remember that is that when you really think about it, what is an adult but just a child that gets to make the rules now? Because I don't know if it's, like, really a thing or it's just, like, people don't grow up. But it's definitely just, like, in a way, the internalized child that everyone still has is, like, something that can ultimately be the thing that, like, becomes the one that, like, makes all the shots and everything. For me, it's, like, one of those things where it helps to understand that, like, no one really knows for certain how the world works. Everyone just kind of fakes it until they make it. And anyone who claims that they do know how the world works is like, they're either trying, like, lying to themselves or they're lying to you so that they seem better by default. That battle always takes me fucking forever. So I guess my stupid rant actually helped. Well, it's a magical experience. But I'd also say that, like, as a kid, I definitely was like, oh, I have to be mature. I have to be the one to try to, because, you know, I have, like, these things with family and all that kind of stuff. And then as I got older, I realized that all I did was just take the whimsy out of life. And it's like, yeah, there's a thing called being mature and, like, you know, understanding that everyone is a human being and everyone has boundaries and everyone deserves the best and you shouldn't, like, go out of your way to try to make people feel like shit. But that doesn't mean that you have to, like, completely become, like, a stoic person or, like, kind of just change your personality from A to B in the aspect like that. I find it difficult and weird. I used to be so mature for my age. Now I'm feeling I'm dumber the older I get. Bro, I have that exact thing. I'm telling you right now, as a 27-year-old man, I look at, like, who I used to be in my 20s, and I think, like, that person is objectively smarter than how I am now, because, like, they were frequently, like, learning new things and, like, testing, like, their brain and, you know, all that kind of stuff. Like, they were engaging in, like, research materials and all that stuff. But they did not have the experiences with, like, their emotions and everything, or the time to fully process everything like I do now. You know? So it's a give and take in a situation like that. And it's not to say that, like, you used to be better a couple years ago, or that you're miraculously better now. It's just, everyone is changing every single day. You're never the same person that you were yesterday. Just because you were able to theoretically do something, like, yesterday, and then you suddenly can't do it now. Like, yeah, that sucks, but that's not something that you should beat yourself up over. Because that kind of shit is just like, you just focus on the things that you still are able to do and the things that you do enjoy doing. I also apologize for getting deep nonstop these last few streams. Let me see. So I did the forest. So I did those. Oh, actually, let me check something. Nah, we don't need to do that. I think we have everything, though. We just need to beat the bosses now. So we need to... I have all those. I need to check my songs. I have all the songs. Now I just need to beat the bosses. I really enjoy that. I don't have these types of conversations in real life anymore. I could have these conversations with, like, my parents or, like, my brother. But I guess the reality is I don't really have in real life friends much anymore. Like, I have people that I can contact if I want to. But at the same time, I do want to focus on the things that I'm doing now. So, yeah. We're going Icona Canyon. We're going to double check and make sure there's nothing of interest in Icona. Chateau Romani. I'm going to want that. I am going to want that, actually. Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna need that. Okay. There's nothing in the well. There's nothing in the castle. Romani's mask. Oh, Romani's mask is there? Oh shit. Okay. Well, I might actually need that. Oh, but it's upside down. Oh, so I'm gonna need a bug. I'm gonna need a bean. I need beans. Everyone is busy with their own lives and shit. Oh, absolutely. But that's, you know... But that's the thing, is that it's never out of malice. You know, it's like, I'm not going to get in contact with this person. Oh, actually, I just realized that my mouse was in front. Whoops. It's never a thing where someone's just like, I'm not going to get in contact with this person because fuck them. It's just like, no, I mean, I've got a job, or I've got kids, or that's something, and... You know, or like, I've got school. You know, shit like that. It is always important to remember that there's nothing wrong with, like, reaching out or, like, trying to catch up every now and then. But then it's like, if the schedules don't align or whatever, or if there's just not... If it just isn't the right time to, like, try to get in touch with someone, then that's just, you know... No harm, no foul. It's just how it is. But it is important for you to be able to try to find time for people who are able to not only share your time, but also respect you and, like, respect your wishes and, you know, treat you the way you want to be treated. I transformed right in front of them, and they were just like, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's a Deku. You're probably wondering, what are we doing back here in this crazy place? Oh! Thank you. Always buy 3 at minimum, just in case. Because you never know. You just never know what's in store. Hello? An intruder! I intrudered my gooter. Wee, yeah. Bleep blue. Pendant of memories. Well, fucking hang on now. Huh. That sucks. So in order to do the Cafe Anju quest line, I need to do the Goron Temple and the Stone Temple day 1, which is already a fucking tremendous ask. Let me see. Anju and Cafe. They only give that. Okay. So I don't need to do that. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Goffrisen. We are going here. While we still have time, we're going to go to the graveyard. Oh God! Well, that didn't. that just didn't go how I hoped it would. There we go. Oh, my nose is so itchy. Absolutely. It ain't no big thing. I'm sorry if your day's not going well or if the week wasn't good to you. I know you're trying your best, and that's what matters. Captain's hat. Oh God, I didn't mean that. No, no, no. Talk to your blue captain. I'm blue tabudita budai. I'm blue. I can't draw your sword. Well, thank God I have an item sword. Ah, you little fucker. Alright, that's done. Now we do this. Oh God! It's Big Jehovah. There he is. Get out of here, big Jehovah. Get out of here. Oh, Jesus. I'm glad I didn't get hit by that guy. He was gonna do a lot of damage. It's a theater. Welcome to the stage. And then I read. And I get milk. Now you're probably wondering, why is this milk special? I'll show you. Fills your hearts. Gives you like 8 hearts. And you see that? My magic is pulsating. But no magic is being spent. What the heck? And why is that important? Because we have a fight that uses it. We have like 2 fights that use magic. Which means we are gonna need this like crack. Like absolute drugs. We gotta give do. Give do. You want to see these Gibdos, these mummies? They do this funny thing. You walk up to them. See? And then they climb you. But if I wear this mask, then I can talk to them and they're my friend. Bring them! Those inside our friends, bring them! Okay. Get away from our house. My father is not one of you. Oh, okay. Daughter is not aware of her dad's 4chan antics where he roleplays as a mummy. Not 4chan, that would be Tumblr. Or Twitter. There's so much roleplay that happens on Twitter. It's fucking insane. Damn right I want to see him, boy. The story is there's no mommy there. It's a daughter with her fucking mommies. I just barely got it. Maybe... Okay. Okay. I get it. Very spooky. No mommy's way. Oh, my fucking hand. I need to do my free presses. God damn it. And then we're going to be the fish. Now you're probably wondering, why can't we just be the Deku? I'll show... Well, no, I won't show you. I'll do an example, though, when the time comes. Look at this guy. Oh! What the fuck? Actually, you know what? Oh! That dude nutted so hard he lost his vision. Call that the Book of Eli. That's bad. Actually. So. You can't press it down as a Deku. And you want an example? You have the same weight as your statue. So if I were to do this... See that? Isn't that crazy? It takes real weight into an account. An accountant. Now we're going to be the fish. Let's see, we're already almost an hour in. We were able to at least complete one dungeon, but this next one is going to take a year. There's a chicken? Where's the chicken? Oh! Jesus! Where's the chicken? Right when you said it. See that? They were taunting you. They were just like, she's not going to see at all. Alright, we don't need to see this every single time, please. I should have had the thing that, like, sped this up, but I don't. Maybe we can find where the chickens are. And I can mac on some honeys that say they need a big... Nah, that's fine. In other news, I started up a D&D session. A D&D campaign, I should say. We had our session 0, like, 3 weeks ago. And this past Wednesday, we had session 1. And I was very worried, but it went very well. And it made me very happy, and it made me feel very accomplished. And I was like, I could be a DM? Oh my god. The problem that I have is, like, sticking with the actual story, though. Because I just added a bunch of extra shit that everyone found more interesting, and I was like, oh, well. Then it's my job to make the campaign more interesting. Fuck. Fuck. Tits. Shit. Oh my god. Oh, you fucking tit lord. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm pretty pogged up, not gonna lie. Ibuprofen. Oh Jesus. That funny DM archive meme. Yeah, you be what? Huh? You be profin? Ha ha! Come over here, white boy. Ah, the white boy escaped. Ugh. I'd say the problems, like, honestly, the extent of my problems that I have now is that I just have to deal with the acne on my head. Bald problems. Oh, Jesus. So that's the first one. Oh, I mean, I actually did a bad thing, earlier this week. I was trying to, like, I used a new razor, and I was, like, trying to shave my head in the shower. And I gashed the fuck out of the side of my head. So now I have like a cool scar that people can look at when they see me in the coffee shop and they be like, who is that guy? Who is that intimidating boy? Joker! Why is there fire up there? Oh, it's just part of the... Okay, that's fine. Yeah. I tried very hard to make sure that it didn't get infected, but... we'll just see what happens. Zeus! Your son! You're probably wondering, whoa, everything looks like it's upside down now, and you'd be correct. But first... tattoo the scar already, man. Well, it's too fresh, that's the problem. But also, I don't want a fucking tattoo on the side of my head. I'm not that punk. God damn it. I was mid-leaf. And now I have to restart my leaf. There we go. Blue potion, but I already have all my bottles full, so it doesn't count. I got the moo moo. You see that? We got all the hearts now. Aw, shit. Oh, fuck. That was not very cool. Anyway. We have to do the water temple. It is the biggest pain in the ass in the fucking world. I have to double check and make sure that the water temple doesn't have anything. This is cool music. Oh shit, I actually need that though. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we could do that. That's fine. Enter the coffee shop and yell, Zeus! For his matcha! It's always the matcha. It has to be. OMG, is that Akasha? The water temple ain't bad. Okay, sorry. The Great Bay Temple. Yeah, I bet you're familiar with the Great Bay Temple, aren't you? Aren't you, Akasha? This one sucks fucking donkey dick, bro. Is this Star Fox? Why didn't they just use, like, the regular font? I have returned from my matcha. That's stupid. I like it. Great Fairy, yeah, they don't need it. Akasha, you missed it. I was talking about my tonsil stones, and it was very gross. Got new clothes, and got a skirt that actually fit. Fuck yeah! Good shit. That makes me happy to hear. I'm gonna need to get like 1 or 2 new pairs of pants soon, but I really don't want to. Like, I have 2 pairs of pants that I wear. I have one that I've had since I was, like, in junior high or high school. And then I have another that I think I've had at least since high school or college. They're like coming apart at the seams. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But they're pretty broke. I could have, like, my mom, like, stitch them up some, but I think it's just time. I'm gonna need to go to Ross at some point. I watched a new Netflix movie, People We Meet on Vacation. That movie is just the right amount of stupid. Oh, hell yeah. Good movies are a blessing. You've been rocking the same 3 to 4 skirts since transition. That's completely reasonable. But you started transitioning, what, that was like 5 years ago? 5 or 6 years ago? Like, I have shit from like 15 years ago that I'm just like, man, a man is hung. Okay. Nope, that's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. We're going this way. Oif. What about Zoidberg? I can't do Zoidberg without sounding like Birdo. That's fucking bad. Wee woo, wee woo, berg wee. Oh my gosh! Is that the Brickle the Bork? Hello, Brickle the Bork. How does your Bork today? Do it be squelching? Stereotypical T-girl spin. Stereotypical? Or is it treating yourself because you deserve the best? You're probably one. A bit sad, getting through it, don't want to talk about it. Oh, bro, I'm sorry. Well, I appreciate you making it. And I hope your day gets better. My goal is to try to finish this today. No, no, when I press B, you... There we go. Let me see. I believe I want to go down here. Get a key. We're just gonna let him explode. Apparently he can run on water. I always thought that was bullshit. Yeah? Yeah, dude? Oh my fucking god, just explode! How's Rando going? It's going good. It's going good. I feel bad. I've just been looking at the spoiler log because this Rando file is like a month old now. And I just need to get it done. Is that thing bleeding? No. No, his butthole was alight because it was a bomb. I don't want to go in there, actually. Well, actually, I'm just going to check something else real quick. Blah, blah. Yeah, there's nothing of interest, okay. We're going over here. We're doing this. Did you know I did get the first... Oh, actually... Ah, fucking tits. I have to get on the ice before it melts. God damn it, it melted. He is so tall. Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan 4. I never remembered, like, what the J was for that. Super Saiyan Jehovah. I think this works better as Zora Link. If you have the ice, you're not supposed to be able to do this, but you can just jump. There you go. Alright, now we can technically go to the boss. I'm pretty sure it's referring to Japanese pronunciation of Super Saiyan. Well, I wouldn't know that. Not because I'm not Japanese, but because I think Dragon Ball is inherently stupid. Oifen! You fucking cocklord. I must shoot. I be shooting straight rope. I believe I can climb this as Fierce Deity, though, so I'm gonna do it. Yep. Yep, there we are. And then we're just gonna climb across. No! That was so fucked up. Dragon Ball is inherently stupid, he says as he plays a game where a little boy turns into a tuna man. And a rock boy. And a tree. And a tree boy. Don't you ever disrespect Tree Boy ever again. Despite the fact that he is the worst one by a metric shitload. We are going to... You know what? Yeah, that's actually... Oh, I can't... You can't use doors as Fierce Deity Man. Or maybe you just can't use that door. But then I turn it to Fierce Deity Man. Yeah? Where is he? Tree Boy is not better than Tuna Man. I think Tuna Man is objectively the best. It's Eyeball Gazpacho. There he is. There he freaking go. I don't even know, like, the correct way of, like, going against this guy. I literally just spam until I win. I guess this should be an epilepsy warning. An eyeball covered in fish eggs. Is that what they're supposed to be? I thought they were just bubbles. I thought he was just a fucking freak. But he's like a fish eye. Oh, I get it because of fish-eyed lens. All right. What's happening? What's happening? Okay. Oh no! Huh. Is that right? Is that correct? So. If you open a chest as Fierce Deity, because that's not supposed to be a thing he can do, his logic freaks out, and he just keeps attacking. And you can't do anything about it. I'm surprised I could even pause the menu. You know what really sucks about this? What really sucks about this is that I didn't save after completing the last dungeon. So that's just fucking wonderful. Fuck me. I don't know if I can complete this today, chat. That completely set me back at least an hour. That... Oh my god. Okay, what the fuck do I do now? Well, I need to get the fire arrow again, which means I have to go to the fucking... I lost the world record the minute I booted this game up the first time. Oh, and I also don't have... Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's good. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, the music is randomized. Do I have the stone mask, at least? I need to double check. I have the stone mask. Okay, good. I'm sorry if I got, like, quiet all of a sudden, but, like... I'm not filled with a rage, necessarily. But a profound sadness. We're gonna need that. So anyway, I hope you guys didn't have something that fucked up happened to you today. Filled with profound sadness. Okay, Street Fighter reference. And I think it would be much more substantial if I knew enough about Street Fighter to understand it. All I know is that they got big fucking legs, all of them. I guess except for Dalsim though, because like his thing is that he's not supposed to have like big legs. Chun-Li needs to be sponsored by Arby's because her legs got the meats. It is true. But everyone's got the meat on them though. Everyone's got the meat. Zangief, Cammy, Ryu. Well, I mean, you can't necessarily see Ryu, but I'd be shocked. I'd be shocked if there wasn't something there. Oh my god. I'm missing at least 2 hearts. I found 2 hearts worth of shit, and now they're gone. What a fucked up day! Ryu for sure got the meat. That man is closer to 200 pounds. 200? Maybe like 240. Oh, I need to check and see that I have all the songs, actually. I am missing the Song of Storms. Fuck. Where is it? I need it. Goron Race. You diarrhea baby. I don't want to do that fucking... I'm not doing it. Fuck it. I don't care. We're not doing the Song of Storms, which means we're not getting Chateau Romani. Fuck it. You know what? I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. I got a McGriddle in my ass. I was a good boy that woke up before 10 a.m. There we go. Gonna need to fill this bottle. There we go. Capcom was fucking around when they said he was a 180. They said he was 180? There's no fucking way. Maybe they got leaner, but I don't know. I doubt it. I'm not using Fierce Deity's mask until we get to Majora. I'm sorry, but that's just how it's gonna have to be. If you don't like it, why don't you do something about it? It's been like 2 hours. I need water. Oh, of course, the minute I move forward, now they suddenly are like, oh, we're here. We were always here, actually. The fucking patriarchy strikes again. My ear got that jiggle. I'm gonna kill someone's... I'm gonna kill someone's dad. It's the only way, and this is gonna be okay again. You think this fist will not go directly into your ass? What do you take me for? Some common street hooligan? Okay. Oh yeah, I should let everyone know the forecast regarding this up-and-coming week. On either Tuesday or Thursday, we're going to be getting together with Clampubes. And I do believe we will be streaming Phasmophobia. I actually need to play Phasmophobia and get familiar with it before then. Otherwise, I'm going to be playing that game blind, and I don't want to do that. I like the Mickey Mouse emote.
Is that from the official Disney?
The Gamer's Joint. I'm surprised fucking... I'm surprised Disney has not gotten a hold of that yet. What the fuck are you doing with my IP? I guess while we're here, I can show you guys a cool thing.
But you guys are gonna have to be on your best behavior.
It's kind of quirky. Oh, I was like perfectly aimed at him.
I like arrow. Mine.
We need at least one key to beat this dungeon. I think there's like 4 keys, maybe 3, but one's all we're gonna need. Where we're going, there are no doors. Hello. There we go. Okay, chat. Just for you. A cool thing. Look at this shit. There's nothing there. There's absolutely nothing. What the fuck? Fuck! God damn it. All that was up there was a fairy, so it's fine.
We're almost there.
When you know exactly what you need to do, this entire dungeon takes like 20 minutes, and then the rest is dependent on how long the boss fight takes. Ugh. I'm gonna save. You know what? No, I'm not gonna save. I'm gonna reset the fucking day cycle immediately after, so that we have a baseline that we go off, so I don't have to do this again. That sounds like a great plan. Oh, my fucking back. There we go. There. Oh, maybe we don't even need that key. Okay. And we have to fight Yondu again. I never ate Terran before. Okay, Blue Man. Please don't eat me. Ah, you lucky titlord. Oi! There we go. Wee. All right. We're only seemingly behind like half an hour. That's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'll take it. There he is. It's the man. You like how it's playing the Ganon music as you're like walking up to him? You're never gonna believe the music that they use for the actual fight. It's Ganon final boss music. Ganon returned, reincarnated as a goat. Okay. Okay, motherfucker. There we go. Up the ass. Aw, you tit. You got lucky.
I could have had you beat if I wasn't so fucking cool.
Ah, just barely. Okay. Perfect. Okay. All right. That's fine. Oh. I think that went even quicker than the last fight. Give ourselves a heart piece. We're not up at 10 hearts yet. But I'll happily accept the reward. Alright. We have everything of substance in this area, which means it's time to go to the next area. Ah! Let's see. We're gonna need these. I was hoping I wouldn't have to do this again. Oh, God. I'm confused. I'm confused. I'm just so tilted. Let me go up here. I just banged my cock against the wall. Perfect. Bombs. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Whoa. Wait, I can move him around? Or was he just doing that at the tail end? I'm gonna have to try that again. And it's not gonna count as me actually being on that. Oh, it does. Perfect. Oh. Okay, it doesn't. That's really weird. Does it only count for Zora? That's really fucking weird, actually. Do I even have fierce deities? Yes, I do. Okay. You want to be fire? There you go. Be on fucking fire. In hell. With nothing but your regrets and your almond milk. Alright, we're gonna try this again. Okay. It only works at the end. That's still cool, though.
There's a big rock.
Where is it? Alright, chat. I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to do the epilepsy again. I hope you can understand. The epilepsy is just a normal part of life. It's the only way to guarantee that we will be stronger in the long run. I just got a headache all of a sudden. Finally done with the assignment. That's good. I do apologize for stream going late. I know it is late for you. I hope you don't have school like super early. I have class at 3 p.m. Oh, okay. So you'll hopefully have enough time to get some rest and all that fun jazz. That's very goy. Very goy. What the fucking... There we are. I fucking knew it! I fucking knew it! I knew he was gonna get me. Like the bitch he is. Alright, what we're gonna do... We have that. Now... We're resetting the day cycle. So that we don't risk any of that happening again. Because I don't trust this game. Hi! Hello! Hi! Hello! I'm slapping my bald head. Oh. The bones. Ooh, I get to watch the last episode of season 1 of House of Dragon. Yes, that's something they added in this randomizer, and I love it. It's very silly. We need a bottle. Wasn't there. Nope, wasn't there. Wasn't there. There we are. 0 for 4. I gotta tell you, man, I went from really liking, well, really liking is a strong word, but being enamored enough with season 1 of House of Dragon, and then by the time like the halfway point happened, I was like, wait, what the fuck's happening? Like, just everything just like got weird. And then like I'm at the end of season 1 and I'm just like, this show kind of pisses me off. I fully understand why people have a very complicated relationship with it. Actually, I don't need to do that. I can just do this. There we go.
I'm going to make myself a smoothie before I leave today. It is going to be almond milk, blueberry, banana, and I will put chicken in there as well because I need the protein.
That sounds fucking terrible.
I put chicken in my fruit smoothie.
What the fuck? I was at an angle. This is a very holy water place. This is a very divine steampunk location. I guess in terms of just like what I've been up to like the past week though, outside of like all of my medical stuff though that I've been having going on. I say medical, but it's nothing bad. I've actually been playing Eugenics a lot. I'm not even like 10% through that game and I have like 20 hours in it. Whenever I try to talk to my brother about like the stuff, like the cool stuff about Eugenics, he's like, I'm not going to support that game because it has Chris Chan as a voice. And I was like, you watch Hassan. Like, what? Because I'm not going to say Chris Chan isn't fucked up. Absolutely. But, like, I don't know. I think a fair point that needs to be communicated with a lot of these things is that there are very few good people who make names for themselves online. You know, I try to be as good of a person as I can be. I try to be like someone who I think has like a sense of morality and stuff, and I don't want to do stuff that I feel like would be unfair to others, like, you know, charging money for stuff that I feel like isn't decent quality, or like, or even just like pretending to be something that I'm not. But you get a lot of people who are like, you know, just grifters online, and then like when something comes out that they are not a paragon of like morality that everyone expected them to be, then they're just like public enemy number one. So I think it's like a fair thing to communicate that like I try to be as good of a person as I can be, but at no point should you ever think that like I could do no wrong, because we're all human. And just because you like play something or like do something that like happens to have this like one thing or whatever doesn't automatically equate you as like being a bad person, because a lot of this shit is just like outside your control anyway. Should you boycott the things that you are uncomfortable with and all that stuff? Well, absolutely, if you feel like there's like a good justified reason for it. I think the thing regarding Chris Chan being in Eugenics though is just kind of the fact that like, yeah, Chris Chan is in there, but anyone who has ever, like, a lot of people who have ever been, like, internet famous are also in the game, is the thing. Like, fucking Tay Day is a voice in the game. It's, like, the complete opposite. You know? If they get Tay Day to be, like, a cat in that game, then they also have other people. They got, like, fucking Markiplier. And that guy can do no wrong. So... Or you could, like, yeah, do that. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, game. I really don't want to have to fight this fucking guy again. No! Okay. Son of a bitch. Ah! What's this again? I don't remember. The compass. Hey. Hey, that guy's got cum in his piss. That's bad. Why? When did I become such a rancid individual? It's too close. The what? Alright, that should be good. Alright, we're in like 5 minutes we'll be where we left off. Just gotta go this way. I am absolutely going to use Fierce Deity again, only because that's like the perfect cheese. Hey, he's shooting his tonsil stones at me. No! That's disgusting. No, no, go this way. Yes, game. I just cracked my skull against that pipe. The pipe is fine. Okay. A clam was trying to get me. We're gonna switch to you. Alright, chat. You're gonna have to remind me to take the mask off as soon as I win this fight. And if you do have, like, epilepsy or whatever, I guess, just... Or, like, any kind of, like, visual, like, stimulations that can be bad. Do keep that in mind. It's just gonna be non-stop flashing for, like, the next fucking 12 years. Hello, space! Good to see you, bud! How the heck are ya? There we go. Yeah, you know what? I think you were right, Bork. I think these are supposed to be fish eggs. Take this off. Okay. I'm just starting to get over a gnarly cold, but otherwise not bad. That shit's been going around everywhere, it seems. Yeah, because I had my cold like 2-3 weeks ago. A jar, Bork, and a dunk. Yay. I'm glad that you're getting over it, because, like, I'm still kind of having side effects of mine. Side effects in terms of, like, the tonsils have not been very happy. I've been having to, like, clean the tonsils and all that kind of fun jazz. I know it's already TMI, but, like, other than that, like, I've had, like, this thing where my head feels like it's underwater a lot of the time. It's a pressure thing. So I think it was definitely some sort of sinus infection. I remember you talking about that. Yeah. I'm good, though. I actually, you missed it. I was wearing the Fierce Deity mask when I opened a chest, and the game decided that that was incorrect and decided to perma sword swipe with Fierce Deity, and then I had to restart, and I lost all the progress that I had for today. Yep. For me, it gets really bad because my ears make a lot of wax naturally. Yeah. Well, the wax is definitely an aspect for me, but it's like... It's like, for me, it's like... It felt like it started as, like, a throat thing. And then when the throat thing basically went away, then I was just having... just insane mucus. I ended up testing myself. It wasn't COVID. So it's whatever that's going around. That being said, there's also a outbreak of measles in my area. I ended up asking my doctor about the measles that's been going on. It's like, is that something I should be worried about? Because I had an allergic reaction as a kid. And she's like, no, you're good. I was like, oh, okay. Measles aware. Yes, thank you, Hajar. I'm just surprised I actually remembered. Because my memory's been shit. No, but like, even before I was sick, I was having like this brain fog that lasted like, it started as soon as winter started. Like, I had days and, like, moments where I felt like a pothead would be more aware and have a better memory than I did. Alright, chat. The good news is, theoretically, I think we should just be able to go straight to the boss now. I'm gonna have to double check though. I have to double check and make sure. Seems like it's going there, but it's not. Something doesn't seem right. Alright, let's stand in the center. The water's going in there, but the water is not going... Okay, well, nope. We do have to... Okay. Okay, okay. Alright, we have to go here. Yes, indeedy. Oh, that's right. I feel bad, but I've been, like, looking at the spoiler log nonstop just because we gotta get this done. I was hoping that I could get everything done in sub 3 hours. We're officially at the 2-hour mark now. And the time it's gonna take me to do this and the last dungeon, and then the final boss, it is gonna be about an hour, I think. Let me make sure. Yeah, that's on. I have to go there. Okay. Yeah, we could do that. Ah, tits. As long as I aim correctly. Alright, we got everything perfect. The Brutger sneeze. Brutger is awake. Oh, happy day. I get to bully the Brutger. My Explorer just crashed. I mean, it's Microsoft. That's what it do.
It's not Explorer now, it's Edge.
I like how everyone is just like, if you're having Windows problems, just move over to Linux. And then the news is coming out just being like, yeah, the tariffs and all of like the ID stuff is actually going to be hitting Linux really hard. Nowhere is safe. Well, chat, we're at the boss now. Well, okay, so I read an article that said that, but I read a headline. I didn't read the actual article itself. So I don't know if it's going to be like one of those things that gets like disproven or not. The thing about Linux, though, is that it's like its own unique thing. It's like open source, and it's not really like a monopoly or like a company like Microsoft or Apple. But I don't know. Oh god, the graphics. Oh, there's a light. There's a box, and it's getting smaller. Goodbye, box. My understanding is that it's largely community run and maintained. Yeah. I'm sure if you were to talk to like an actual Linux expert, though, they could clarify. It needs a lot more forks in the path of setting up your system as you need it. Yeah. Okay. That was fucking perfect. Oh god. He's gonna get me. Oh, he didn't get me. Oh. Oh, that makes me ejaculate happily. Oh god, why did I say that? Oh, I was almost out. A lot of people complain that this fight isn't so good. As you can see. And while I think that's definitely a fair argument to make, I would simply ask that you remember, fish, funny. Fish. I never understood the fish meme, to be honest. I didn't even realize it was a meme. I thought it was just stupid for the sake of being stupid. Oh my god.
I'm going to defeat you. And then I will propose to the love of my life and tell them...
Fish! See, he gets all small until he is nothing. He is reduced to atoms. Goodbye, fish. And now you're thinking, well, you've done every physical location. Now what? Well, we gotta go back.
I hardly knew ye JoJo potatoes.
No, please don't turn upside... No, please, God. Alright, we're gonna do this. And now we have to do the actual stone temple! There's a hair on my microphone. The fuck? How'd that get there? Oh my god. There's so much notifications. Do Stone Ocean. Is this a JoJo reference? And they called him the world because he could stop time? Oh, my toes. Gotta pop my toes. In the time it's going to take us to do this, it's going to turn into nighttime, which is perfect, because then that allows me the opportunity to get infinite magic. Oh god, he's in the chest! Get out of here. No one needs you. The unfortunate thing is we're going to have to do this actual temple as God intended. Which means we're going to have to do this. There's no sound, or it's my connection. Can anyone else hear anything? It's just your connection? Okay. Oh, the man! Yeah, Twitch is notoriously bad, and especially with like internet connections and stuff, where stuff like that is just like, oh, everything is suddenly 124 pixels. Did I already? No, I did not. Okay. Ugh. Oh my god. Ugh. All the time. Ugh. Anyway, now that all the funny stuff is out of business, does anyone have any fun plans for the rest of the week? Tomorrow's a new day, you know. Are you fucking... Oh, I remember. Boxes. Boxes. There we go. And then we go here. My plan is to work. Work when you're sick? That's bullshit. You should sue them for money. I do not have the mirror shield. Thank God I don't need it. I had the mirror shield before. Where'd it go? This is where we're gonna get a key. Scary noises. Oh! Oh! I work tonight. And then we're going to see if I get enough sleep. I'm really sad though. I actually tried updating my laptop because I thought my Steam on my laptop was out of date, and it was, but for some reason I think I've just played Crusader Kings too much because now that game just isn't working at all. I could play it on my laptop, but not on my regular computer. And I've uninstalled Steam on both, and it's just not. What Zelda has the best music? You know? That's a good talking point. Thank you. I forgot that that's supposed to be my thing, is that I invite discussion. I always forget to do that. I love all the music in all the games. It's all... I'm very easy to please, yes. But I think it's just, each game, does such a superb job, capturing the emotion. Or, this sense of, adventure that, each installment has. I would say Majora's Mask has both the most uncanny for a Zelda game and also the most Zelda sounding music, because they have the traditional tracks where, you know, da 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 da, you know, stuff like that, but then they also have this music for the Woodland Temple, where it's just a guy going bree 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 bree. Play Wind Waker HD or Link to the Past, or the Capcom Game Boy Color games. I hear Minish Cap is also really good though. Majora's is top 5 for me, but I would not place it at 1 or even 2. I really like Twilight Princess. I really like Twilight Princess's music. It's very... It speaks to me. Skyward Sword also does have really good music. I would honestly say the music is some of my favorite parts of Skyward Sword, but that was because they were wanting to go really hard for the 25th anniversary, which is fair. And it's a good motivation to have. I do like for Minnesle Men is easily top 3 Zelda tracks of all time. But a lot of it is also the context when it happens, yes. I grew up with PlayStation as the first console ever. I haven't tried any consoles, unfortunately. I know little to nothing about Nintendo games. That's fair. That's fair. See, because like I had a PlayStation growing up. I had a PS1 and then we got a PS2. But for us, we were like mostly a Nintendo family. Like we didn't even have any Sega consoles. So I was aware of like some PlayStation IPs and the like, but then other than that, I was mostly just like, we had like every Nintendo console, anything that wasn't the Virtual Boy. PSX has some bangers. Yeah, that is true. I didn't really have like any of like the quality PS1 games though. Like I'd say like the most quality we had was Final Fantasy VII, but the copy we had was just like in such bad quality that you couldn't even play it. I ended up buying like an OG Final Fantasy VII. You know, with all the discs and everything, in pretty mint condition for like $80. So that was good. I fucking love Rayman 1, Tomb Raider, and Crash. See, and like, I didn't have any of those games. I don't think, like, I have Crash 4, and I have Crash Team Racing, like, the remake that they did of it. But in terms of, like, actual, like, Crash games, I just don't have any. I do remember playing, I think it was Crash 2, when I was in the hospital, though, because they had the, I don't even remember what it's called, but it's like the, it's like that, the gaming foundation where, like, they bring video game consoles for people to play when they're in the hospital. You know, kids. Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey is great. I do have Abe's Odyssey. I got that many years later, and I do enjoy it, but I could never get very far in it. I love the PS2 more. I actually do remember it well and better than the PSX. I think it is Gamers Outreach, yeah. If it isn't Gamers Outreach, then it was something like that back in 2004. I remember because, like, they brought over... It was a PlayStation 2 one time, and then there was another time where it was a... There was another time where it was a SNES, and I actually played... I actually played the original Star Fox. Okay. That's something that I would like to do at some point, is that I would like to try to do, like, a fundraiser or something. Like a charity event where it can go to something, if not Gamers Outreach, then something like it. I just need to do my research. I need to see what it's like objectively, like the most like bang for your buck, like do what they say they're going to do. Because I know the American Heart Association does do a pretty good job with it. But I guess like my main thing is that I would want to make sure that like, I guess kids who are in a similar situation that I was in when I was like 6 are able to have the opportunity of just like playing games and just being able to take it easy. Okay. I'll go fuck myself. Oh, you've got to be tickling my anus. How the fuck am I supposed to beat this in 40 minutes? There we go. Okay, well, I could have made it. I just thought I couldn't. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry. Anyway, let's have another discussion. What was your favorite PlayStation 1 game? I remember not being too fond. I remember not being too fond of, like, the PlayStation 1. I just didn't like the quality of the games that, like, we had compared to the quality of games that we would have on something like the N64 or the GameCube. I remember enjoying a game called Bomber Island, though. That was a good game. Is it cheating if I say Metal Gear Solid? No, I mean, I'd say that's pretty reasonable. Like, there are some people who are like, no, my favorite is Mario 64, or it is Ocarina of Time. And it's just like, yeah, that's fair. Green blood. To think I could be defeated, although my rival, you are spectacular. I shall take my bow by opening my heart and revealing my wisdom. If you shoot that witch, it releases the set. Okay, well, that we've already done that. Do not forget these words. Die I shall, leaving no corpse. That is the law of Asgaro. Okay. I love Gaara. He's my favorite anime twink husband. Oh, you know what? You know, it was a game that I actually really enjoyed and I played the shit out of when I was a kid. You guys are gonna laugh at me, but it was the fucking not Falsebound Kingdom, Forbidden Memories. Yu-Gi-Oh! PSX game is the one I owned and played to completion as Harry Potter 2. You know, I had Harry Potter 2 on GameCube. Or no, I didn't have it. I borrowed it. And I really enjoyed it. I also had Harry Potter 2 on the Game Boy Advanced. And that was also very nice. I lost my right to laugh at you as soon as I sent my last message. Yeah. The Harry Potter games, though, they were either shit or they were fun. There was very little in between. The isometric one. I love that one. I wasn't as good as it the first. I didn't even realize that there was a first. It makes sense, though. I don't have enough magic. Which is just not going to do. I remember I played the one on the Wii. I believe it was The Order of Phoenix, and I remember that game just not being very good, but I think it was because it had mostly to do with the Wii controls. Alright. One really awesome thing we lost over the years with more and more console port parity. I don't understand. Multiplayer games have different versions by system. Oh. I'm trying to think of examples of that. Nothing's coming to mind, though. We are going to Iconic Canyon. Harry Potter is literally the example that made me think of that. Oh, you know what? I don't remember multiplayer in Harry Potter. Maybe I just never did it? Oh my fucking... Aladdin on SNES versus Genesis 2. Is that right? Because I remember playing, I had these Z-SNES of Aladdin. But I do not remember a multiplayer. Multi-platform. Ah! Yes, yes, yes. I see what you mean now. Multi-platform, like, each version of it being different. Yeah. I do definitely remember that. I think I remember hearing an example how there was a... Was it Crash? It was like Crash Bash, was it? Or something like that. But it was like a game that was on the PS2. And it was also on the GameCube. It was a Crash game. But for whatever reason, the port on PS2 was just not good. And so, like, the only version of the game that, like, ostensibly worked was... was the GameCube version. Sorry, you type in code. No, dude, I do that all the time. I completely understand. Two other notable examples, Glover and Mega Man Legends. Oh, really? Yeah, because I think I remember hearing that the N64 Glover was just... It was something. Was it much better on PlayStation, though? I wasn't even aware that Mega Man Legends was on PlayStation. I know it's not accurate, but every time I think of Mega Man, I always expect it to just, like, be, like, on Nintendo, which I know is not accurate. I think it's a little tighter on PSX. That's... A little tighter is a way of saying it for sure, but I don't know. Glover itself never seemed like a very fine-tuned game to begin with. Mega Man Legends was just called Mega Man 64 on the N64. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. You know what? Yeah, that does make sense. Okay. Turg! 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 I don't like it when he calls me Turg. Oh, Jesus, he fucking hit me. Fuck you. Give me your hearts. At this rate, it's going to be just past 3 hours. I need to shower and I need to eat. But we're doing this today. Alright. I think it's part of why it's remembered fondly, because it was just cool, even if it kind of blows. Glover's a cool idea for a game, honestly. Bless me, I am so sorry. I executed it kind of poorly because there was no prior precedent. You know what? Yes, that is the perfect way to explain it. Like, it had the balls to be unique and try something that no one else had really done up to that point. I think that deserves a lot of credit as well. Because, I mean, that was before something like Katamari had even come around. And I think before Katamari, there was, like, in between Glover and Katamari was Billy Hatcher. And if I remember, I think if I remember anything from Billy Hatcher is that it was just, like, it just completely flew under the radar. But it had the Sonic art style, and it was made by Sega, and it was all mahoingy. Definitely a through line between all those games. Balls! I've got an itchy lip. Upside down and in your head is this man with a belly full of lead. We're gonna get the key. Did you bring the key? Anyway, now that we're done with PlayStation, let's talk Xbox. I did not have any kind of Xbox until our uncle got us a 360 in like 2009, 2010. And I think the only game that we had in the beginning... We had 3 games. We had Halo 3. We had Halo 3, we had Halo... No, we didn't have another Halo. There was Halo 3, there was Fusion Frenzy 2. That's what I was thinking of. And then there was Sega All-Stars Tennis, I think it was called. Oh, shit. Fuck! I just realized I can't do this yet because I don't have the Giant's mask. Fuck! God. Oh. What the fuck is this? What did you do? That's funny. Thank you. That was a good clip. I like that very much. Alright. Alright. It's gonna take us even longer, chat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's okay, though, because, I mean, at this rate, we're going to be able to get everything done pretty... Caught an 8K talking about balls. Yeah, I mean, that's just a normal Tuesday for me. What's the problem? I should actually see if this grotto has anything of significance. Let's check the grotto! Nothing of significance. Fat Bear's Pizzeria. Why did I get a notification about fat nuts? I just got the hiccups all of a sudden. What the hell? What did you do to me? Get out of here. Patch of soil. Yee-hee-hee. It seems somehow you have managed to send Akana's wandering spirits into peace. But outside of Akana, there are still swarms of wandering spirits with lingering regrets. The ones in this room want to meet you again and have been waiting here for quite a while. Go see them if you feel like it. I'm sure they'll welcome you. Hee-hee-hee-hee-hee-hee. Okay. I only need to do one of these, though, so you're gonna suck my balls. I believe it's this one? It is this one. Oh my god, you could see him in the fucking... What the hell? I didn't know you could do that. Ignore me! Oh, it was you being a fiend on the Discord. That's fine. Speaking of, guys, the lizards. If the verification comes for you, just say no. Just give him any like regular driver's license that isn't yours. Give him like McLovin or something. That's what I'm planning on doing. No! I'm at least happy we have infinite magic, though. I downloaded a Miku mod I did last year for my Google Drive, and it still makes me laugh. Does Miku say fuck? Does she throw a beer at Teto's head? Peter Thiel can eat my balls, yeah. It is encouraging, though, that when Discord said we don't keep anyone's personal information, they just lied, and they've been keeping it for years. It's Mike in one of the Wish or Temu shirts. Oh, God. With Carolina pepper sauce, preferably non-consensually applied onto the serving. This is just an episode of, Hot Wings or whatever. What is that show called where they eat like the hot chicken wings? There we go. Man, I wish I could have spicy foods. I really do. Even when I just get, like, regular shit from Chipotle, my mouth is like, ooh, spicy. And then my stomach is like, oh, we can't handle this. We can't handle this spice. Ooh. Why was I born a pussy? Hot ones. I get it, because it's supposed to sound like wings, but is legally distinct enough so that you don't automatically think wings. You just reminded me Daniel Radcliffe appeared in the latest episode. I wonder what he's promoting. Something he's passionate about. I just know it. Man, I'm so glad Daniel Radcliffe got to have, like, a career and he's able to basically do whatever he wants. That guy's great. I love him. No, you can... You push the block when I hold A. Whoa! He flew at me like a luchador. I hope they cancel all classes tomorrow. That would be nice. I think it was this past Monday? Was President's Day? And some people eat the version vegan. The version vegan. Well, that's nice. Oh god. It's... You know what the craziest part is, dude? Daniel Radcliffe recovered from severe alcoholism at age, like, 16. He did look like he, like... He did look like at points where he was, like, drinking, though. I'm glad he got out of that, though. I wish Rupert Grint had more of a career outside of it. Like, he does, like, acting and stuff, like, mostly, like, in the UK area, but I like Rupert Grint. You know? That dude definitely deserves more. Please. Haha. In 15 years, he'll be the next Doctor. I mean, well, because Daniel Radcliffe now, isn't he like in his mid-30s? If not like early 40s, or like late 30s, I should say. I could totally see him being a Doctor like within like the next 10. Or Rupert Grint, you mean? He just does fandom hopping at that point, but it's like, you know what? Doctor Hood is Doctor Hood. No. That sounds like a character in the Boondocks. Or Aqua Teen Hunger Force. When he enters Silver Fox age territory. Ah, Silver Fox, yeah. Oh, you were talking Dan Radcliffe. My toes are cold. I'm gonna warm up your toes in hell! You can't. I'm sorry. When I was sick a little bit ago, I didn't really have the cough, but everyone else who got it from me did. It's the weirdest thing. Why did I think Doctor Hood? I think it was because I was thinking of like Radcliffe, and then I thought there was like a hood in, or I think maybe it was Rude. My neck's out. My lips are chapped. Rat hood. That sounds like an area in eugenics. What do you know about coming to the rat hood? Oh my god. We've almost done it, chat. We're almost at the second to last boss of the game. Oh god. Okay. Oh god. No! No! Move! Move, Link! Okay. There we go. Why is this the low heart noise? This is terrible. Maybe I'll just take the death. It sounds like he's getting fucked. Okay, you know what? I'll take the death. I'll take the death. You were supposed to take the death! Link! What do you mean he only hits for a quarter? Look at how big he is. Hello, chest. Maybe these will do more damage. Maybe these will do more damage. Oi, fuck. Oi, shit. Oi, shit. There we go. Alright, let's... Okay. Well, that'll do it. I forgot they fly at you. Alright, and then we grab the Giant's Mask. Can we beat it in sub 10? Probably not. Oh god, it's a worm! The reason we wanted infinite magic is because being big takes magic, and it's very possible to run out of magic during this fight. Anyway, enough fucking around. Oh, upskirt. Well, we killed one already. Maybe we will do this in sub 10. Whoa! I never give in. Where is he? Oh, there you are. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Little bitch. Okay. Yeah, come on. Yeah, come around like a fucking... There you go. Yeah, do your fucking roller coaster type bullshit. Come on.
He's right behind me, isn't he?
That was a good fight. We get arrows. And we get a heart.
We get blue! We get the blue one! Yay!
I think it, like, you can be either blue or red. You see that? The swamp is no longer evil. It is now a happy swamp. Which, you know, I always assumed that all swamps were evil, but that's just me. There's a princess in there that we can save, but fuck it. We're gonna go to Clocktown. Sorry, that must be really loud. but fuck it. But fuck it. That's wrong. You're wrong, Space. You can snap in both hands? Yeah, I can. I actually have this thing where, like, my middle finger on my left hand, like, in its socket is just loose enough that I can, like, I can shake my hand back and forth, and I can just have, like, my limp middle finger kind of slap against my thumb. You could barely hear that. And I can't do it on the other hand. Is this Mario Galaxy?
It's not loud enough with today.
You used to be able to snap in your right hand, you can only do it in your left. Yeah, practice makes perfect, you know? It's just one of those things. I don't even know if Deku have buttholes. I don't think they do. We won't know until we try. That's what I think. This is definitely not going to be done in sub 10 minutes. We're already at like the 5-minute mark, if not past it. Hey, but We finally got a longer stream, you know. We've been building up a little bit. It's nice. I'm not sure where it was playing, but there was Mario Galaxy in the area a few minutes ago. Maybe it was in the, Oh, you know what? I think I know. No, this isn't Mario Galaxy. Or maybe it is Mario Galaxy. Huh. I normally would not feel good about completing a run without getting all of the masks, but we need to get this done. It's time to move on. Oh, you know what? Maybe, while we're waiting for the final fight, we could do a Wordle. That could be good. I actually get the, I need to get Discord loaded up. Daytime music in town. It may have been like the day 2 music. I don't know. Day 1 maybe? Alright. We're gonna let that go. We're gonna open Discord. We're gonna go... There we go. All right. What do we think the word is today? How about... How about, I always want to do a word like poise. It is not poise. Jizzy. How about... Think. There's an A in the middle. Okay. How about, I was gonna do crane. It's not an A, but we could try. It's not an N, I should say. Let's see. What could it be? Blang. Blang. Alamo. There is a second A. Okay. Where is the second A, though? It's not pasta. What if it's gyat? That would be good. Flavor. Alright, it's AVA. Okay. Brava. I don't fucking know. What is it? Guava. Fuck! Alright. Okay. Alright, that was pretty cool, I guess. You gotta give me just a second. What's happening in Vinecourt? People are gaming. That's crazy. I didn't know people were allowed to game there. The word was guava. I am so sorry, chat. All right. Now, this scene would be much more impactful if you guys knew the story of Majora's Mask. All four hemispheres had an evil monster come in and prevent the guardian giants from protecting them. And so they all come and they all prevent the moon from crashing into the earth. But then Majora's Mask says, I am evil. And then we have to go inside the moon. And there he is. Here's Majora's Mask. I'm going to switch to Fierce Deities. Will you play with me? You only have weak masks, so you'll play? Well, shall we go? Shall we go? Someday the Times will be brave enough to put Gyat as the word. Yeah, I'm still not happy that fucking Wordle is owned by New York Times. Fuck New York Times. Those guys suck. It's equal parts depressing and uplifting. Like any good story. Ooh. Interesting final boss music. Holy fuck! I did not imagine all three of them would be lined up just perfect. Whoa! Majora definitely strikes me as a low-key or Jevil type. Not entirely evil, but obsessed with chaos and destruction because it's funny or something. To the point where it's just like, it is evil for everyone else to like deal with. Hey, the regular Majora's Mask boss fight song. Remember your battles. They are, without a doubt, one of the most interesting villains in the series. I love Majora. It always made me sad that he was only in the one game, but it also makes sense because it's, like, not an official, like, story, I guess. I'm trying to recognize the song. Oh, it's Bowser. It's Final Bowser. amoral kind of evil. Yeah, exactly. See, you get it. Oh, perfect timing. Link got fucking shit canned. But at the right time. Gary is still missing. We got all the different final bosses. It was pretty good. Oh, man. Ugh. And then the moon says, wait, I'm not supposed to be here. And then he gets sucked away into a gay rainbow, never to be seen again. I had always took that, like, that visual to kind of represent, like, the moon disappearing in general. Maybe it's implied that it goes back to its original spot, but I don't know. More Mario. This might be the most terrifying moon I've ever seen ever. The music is still going. What the fuck? This is not Mario 64. Please, game. Hey, it's me. Just kidding. I have short legs. This is trauma right here. It's beautiful. You guys hadn't forgotten about me? It looks like Zach Hadel. You still thought of me as a friend? This game's kind of fucked up. No, play the actual song. They're supposed to be singing. No more Mario 64. That's hilarious. Did you save me? I thought they didn't want to be friends with me. But they hadn't forgotten about me. Friends are a nice thing to have. Heh. Could you be my friend too? You have the same smell as the fairy kid who taught me that song in the woods. I know. Let's do something. This is me with anyone. Let's do something. So the evil has left the mask after all. Well, I finally have it back. Since I am in the midst of my travels, I must bid you farewell. What the fuck? The sass part is Skull Kid did all that because he was lonely. Yeah. Shouldn't you be returning home as well? Whenever there is a meeting, a parting is sure to follow. However, the parting need not last forever. Whether a parting be forever or merely for a short time, that is up to you. With that, please excuse me. You have managed to make quite a number of people happy. The masks you have are filled with happiness. That is truly a good happiness. It's such a real story, you know, it kind of makes me tear up a bit. No, absolutely! I think that's why a lot of people like this, because these kinds of themes just aren't in Nintendo games for the most part. Like, this kind of feels like an isolated event that a story like this even got through. We both got what we were after, so this is where you and I part ways, isn't it? It was kind of fun. Well, it's almost time for the carnival to begin, so why don't you just leave and go about your business? The rest of us have a carnival to go to. Okay. I forgot that I named my guy Cow9W. 9W! Oh, she's sad. Thank you. And then her purple bitch of a brother hugs her. Yay! It's a celebration. They couldn't figure out how to change this song out, though, so it's fine. Well, that was pretty fun, chat. I'm sorry. I would normally show the credits, but it's 6:51. I need to go. I gotta get ready for work. I need to shower and do all that fun jazz. I gotta at least play the music, though. That sounds fine. It was a nice adventure. What the fuck is this? Cow 9W. For a second I thought you were doing a 6-7 and I was about to fucking yell at you. No, but thanks for dropping by, everyone. This was really good. Yeah, and I apologize that I hadn't streamed all week. You know, I had to take care of my stuff, though. I'm going to be streaming Phasmophobia either Tuesday or Thursday. But my plan is to get back to Lies of P. So that is what I'm going to be working on. I don't know if I can stream 3 times this week, but I'm definitely going to do at minimum 2. I'm going to do at least one of the weekdays and then on the weekend. Thanks, everyone. Y'all are good friends. I hope y'all have a wonderful night and a good week, and I will see you later. There's the princess. We could have fucked her. No!